psychic attack, curses, sabotaging energy, black magic. Are these dark forces real threats to your well-being? Do psychic attacks actually exist? What are they? How are they performed and why? Most importantly, how can you recognize if they're targeting you and defend yourself effectively? You'll be relieved to know that I have a solution for you. But first, a quick warning. We're diving into some intense and controversial topics tonight. If you're easily offended, frightened, or squeamish, you might want to skip this episode. And if you have young children, please ensure they're out of the room before continuing. Hi, I'm Richard Tracy, visionary of Circle of Mystics, and I help mystics, psychics, and spiritual seekers build confidence in their abilities, discover new techniques, and master their psychic gifts. Before we dive in, don't forget to follow the podcast on Spotify, hit like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube so you never miss an episode. And I am coming to you from the ancient depths of the forest in the heart of the Great White North. And I bid you good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be across the world's 25 time zones. And I am grateful that you have found your place here. Welcome to the Circle of Mystics podcast. Let's get started. I want to ask you a question. Have you ever felt an invisible force draining your energy or stirring emotions you just can't explain? What if I told you these aren't just myths, but real threats? And I have proven methods to help you defend your energy. In today's electrifying episode of the Circle of Mystics podcast, we'll uncover the truth behind psychic attacks and equip you with powerful strategies to protect yourself from these negative forces. So stay with me and let's dive deep into this mysterious and vital topic together. I want to share a quick story about a time after my Kundalini awakening. If you've been following the podcast, you might recall me talking about this transformative experience. During that period, I was spending a lot of time in the forest, immersing myself in nature to deepen my spiritual practices. After a strong spiritual awakening, something crucial happens. Your aura becomes incredibly expansive and almost magnetic to various spirits and entities. Without proper protective measures, you can unintentionally attract low vibrational energies or spirits depending on where you're venturing. At that time in my life, I was working in an old bar, a place with its own unique energies. Despite the chaos of my job, I would retreat to the forest to do energy work. I was seeking balance and clarity, and I'm sure that's something we can all relate to. I remember one night during a full moon, deciding to perform a blessings ritual deep in the woods. Now, this was a common practice for me, and it has been very beneficial and effective. There is one golden rule when it comes to certain practices where you draw a circle, and that is you never step out of the circle. But for some reason, that night, I felt compelled to step out. That's a no-no. You don't do that. But I did. I sat on a log outside the circle and began some breath work. And suddenly, I felt something latch onto my shoulders. I knew it wasn't something physical, but it was distinct. That's the closest thing I can say. My thoughts started to become very strange, disjointed, and chaotic. Usually the forest is a place where I never feel scared. But that night, An unsettling anxiety began to stir within me. The once peaceful environment felt oppressive and almost hostile. I quickly gathered my things and left the area, trying to shake off the uneasy feeling. Almost instantly, I began having these very strange dreams. It felt like something was trying to hurt me. And when I woke up, I would find these unexplained bruises and handprints and scratches that I could not account for. It was a bewildering and frightening time indeed. And it was really making me question the boundaries between our physical and spiritual worlds. But the disturbances didn't stop there. In addition to the overwhelming energy of that night in the forest, strange things started happening back at home. Items would mysteriously vanish or move on their own. I began seeing shadows flicker at the edge of my vision. And as soon as I would look there, they would quickly move out of the corner of my eye. There was a constant unsettling feeling like I was being watched. One of the most disturbing experiences was discovering photos of myself taken without my knowledge. Not in a weird way. I was at a social gathering with friends, and someone saw me talking to someone and they took a photo of me talking to, so stuff like that, nothing invasive. In these photos, I could clearly see an eerie face lurking in the background, staring directly at me. When I showed these photos to others, they claimed they couldn't see anything unusual. That would leave me wondering if it was all in my mind or if it was something more sinister. Needless to say, well, no, not needless to say, but all of these unsettling events, they happen very quickly. So definitely an intense period, most certainly, but I couldn't live in fear or uncertainty any longer. That was like the last straw for me. So I made a bold decision to take control of my energy and protect myself from negative forces once and for all. Everything changed when I implemented the wisdom of my incredible mentor, the great Dr. Evelyn Paglini. May you rest in power, Dr. Paglini. Dr. Paglini was a master in parapsychology, metaphysics, witchcraft, and the occult, and taught me a step-by-step protocol for psychic self-defense, energetic cleansing, and protection. This practical, actionable guidance transformed my life immediately. The first time I followed her protocol was after this set of experiences. I felt an immediate shift. It was like the weight lifting off my shoulders. This technique created a protective barrier around my aura, making me feel safe and in control. My strange dreams and unexplained bruises ceased entirely. I regained peace of mind and spiritual balance again. Implementing Dr. Paglini's techniques was a game changer. I have since adapted and revised and had some additions that have been very beneficial, not only for me, but for my clients as well. It wasn't just about defense. It's about reclaiming your power and enhancing spiritual resilience. I felt more confident, I was more centered, and I was ready to face any negative energy. This newfound strength allowed me to continue my spiritual journey with clarity and purpose. I no longer had that fear that came from those experiences. Unsettling, yes, but I wasn't afraid like I was while I was going through that period. And that's exactly what I want for you too. You don't have to live in fear of psychic attacks, or negative energies with what I'm about to share with you today. With the right tools and knowledge, you can protect yourself and thrive spiritually. So today, I'm super excited to share these powerful strategies with you so you can experience the same transformation and empowerment that I did. So, all right, let's dive into understanding psychic attack and how you can protect yourself. First, it's crucial to truly grasp. So first off, yes, psychic attacks are real. Yes, curses are undoubtedly real. Yes, black magic is real. It has been done and is being done and will continue to be done. That isn't something to be afraid of, especially with what I'm going to share with you today. To truly grasp what psychic attacks are and how to defend against them, it's essential to understand the universal law of polarity as described in this book, the Kybalion. And the law of polarity, the law of polarity states that there is an opposite for everything in our world. This is necessary for balance within our universe. Everything has a duality and a built-in opposite that cannot exist without the other. So the law of polarity is a universal principle that states everything has an opposite, right? Light and dark, positive and negative, love and fear. Understanding this law is crucial because it shows that both positive and negative energies naturally exist. This means that the potential for psychic attacks, they're inherent in the universal balance of opposites. Ultimately, the impact of these energies depend on the intention of the individual directing them, whether that intention is positive or negative. Why am I saying this? Because there are certain people that believe that if I just don't believe it can happen to me, then it can't happen to me, which is baloney. Knowledge is a double-edged sword. The power you wield is inherently neutral. It doesn't possess good or bad qualities on its own. It's all about the intention of the individual using that knowledge. If your intention is to protect and uplift, your actions will reflect that positively. However, if the intention shifts towards harm, manipulation, subjugation, control, that same knowledge can be used for negative purposes. For example, a knife. A knife can be used to prepare delicious food and nourish thousands of people. But in the wrong hands, that knife can cause a lot of damage. So enough jibber jabber, let's get you the practical skills and techniques. Here are 5 insights that can help you navigate in defense against negative energies. Now that we've covered the basics of psychic attacks and the law of polarity, let's move on to some practical steps to protect yourself. So number 1, recognizing the signs of psychic attack. I already gave some when I was telling you some of the personal stories with me. Those are 333% true. If you are experiencing things like that, I've got you covered. They can come in many different forms, but there are some classic, more generalized ones. After you've rooted out the physiological reasons for some of these, you can recognize the true existence here. So if you've ever felt suddenly exhausted, anxious for no reason, or like someone's watching you, or just being bombarded with invasive, negative type of energy, those could be signs of psychic attack right there. Here's a key indicator. With people that are sensitives, intuitives, empaths, psychics, spiritual workers, right? Trusting your intuition is key. If something feels off, it probably is. Your body will act like a radar, sensing these subtle energies. You can tell, you can get a feel. To start, tune into your body and emotions. Where is it coming from, right? Keeping a journal to track when these feelings occur and look for any patterns or triggers. That is key. Got my journal right here. I swear it's not an invisible journal. I've been documenting my experiences for years now, like over a decade. And I've got many different types of journals. I do this all the time. Number 2, okay? This one's very powerful. And there's a lot of different ways that you can achieve this result with this one, but it's called crystallizing your aura. Your aura is your personal energy field that surrounds you. When it's strong and vibrant, it's much harder for negative energies to penetrate. Crystallizing your aura is an essential step in fortifying your energy. So there's a few different ways that you can do this with crystallizing your aura, right? One is incorporating daily meditation, visualization, and using protective crystals to strengthen your aura. I recommend practicing the Mystic Pathway Psychic Power Priming from my book, Secrets of Psychic Development, A Quick Start Guide. You can get it for free through the link below. It's a short practice, a very effective meditation. It's about 10 minutes long. And just that step alone, doing that, is a key contributing factor to crystallizing your aura and strengthening it as a protective shield. Which brings us to number 3, energy cleansing and a shield of protection. Protecting yourself also means protecting your environment, using tools like sage, Palo Santo, holy water, or salt, sea salt, table salt, black salt, sulfur. Those are all amazing cleansing and purifying agents for negative energy. Here's a quick rundown on how to clear your environment and create a shield of protection. Start with a bath of Epsom salts to cleanse your body. After the bath, smudge yourself with sage to purify your energy field. For those that are listening, I'm holding up a bundle of sage. Next, after you've done that for yourself, you cleanse your home. You open a window at the back while keeping all other doors and windows closed. Light your smudge stick and move from the front of the house to the back, directing all the negative energy out through that window. Once you've smudged, sprinkle black salt, sea salt, table salt, any type of salt will do, but sprinkle the salt at every door, like the threshold of those doors, any entrance in the home like that. Next, after you've done that, take some rose geranium oil and draw a circle and a cross within that on all the entrances and exits, including the headboard in your bedroom. And you will state out loud and firmly, there is no evil or negativity that can cross this barrier. There is no evil or negativity that can cross this threshold. So be it, it is done. And you want to say it with some real gusto. All these steps are detailed in my cleansing and protection guide, which I'll link in the comment below. Number 4, grounding techniques. Grounding helps you to stay connected to the earth and balanced amidst external energies. Simple practices like walking barefoot on grass, deep breathing exercises, and visualizing roots growing from your feet into the ground and to the core of the earth can stabilize your energy. In my book, Secrets of Psychic Development, A Quick Start Guide, I talk about this specifically. Each one of those meditations will help you with that. Number 5 is seeking spiritual support. So don't hesitate to reach out for support from spiritual guides, energy healers, or trusted mentors. Sometimes having an external perspective can help identify and neutralize negative energies more effectively. You can connect with a spiritual mentor like myself, or join a community where you can share your experiences and receive guidance. By following these steps, you are ahead of 90% of people. So you can protect yourself from psychic attacks and maintain spiritual well-being. And remember, you have the power to safeguard your energy and thrive spiritually. If you're ready to take control of your energy and protect yourself from psychic attacks, I encourage you investigate the Psychic Confidence Power Up package. That's your ultimate guide to spiritual empowerment and protection. One thing that makes this package so phenomenal is the psychic training vault. It has an exclusive section dedicated to two key things to protect you against psychic attack. One, a customized program that's psychic self-defense, and the other is chakra healing and balancing. These are crucial tools for anyone looking to safeguard their energy and maintain a harmonious spiritual state. Inside the Psychic Training Vault, you'll discover comprehensive strategies, meditations, and powerful techniques designed to strengthen your aura, defend against negative energy, balance your chakras, and more. This isn't just about psychic defense. It's about unlocking your full potential and achieving true spiritual resilience. So don't wait to secure your spiritual protection and unlock your full potential. Explore the Psychic Confidence Power Package today and transform your energy into a shield of protection and strength. So if you want to move forward, here's other things you can do for next steps, right? Then get the free ebook, Secrets of Psychic Development, a Quick Start Guide. In there, you get access to psychic power priming. It's free. And you can get that with the link pinned below. Also, join the Facebook community, right? There's with people of like mind and individuals who you can support each other's growth. You can share your experiences, and there's all sorts of goodies in that group too. Once again, that Psychic Confidence Power Package is key. That is a deep dive, and there's all sorts of exclusive content in there that you're not going to find anywhere else. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow so you never miss an episode. I'm Richard Tracy, and I'll see you next time. Take care.